Germa 66 is coming to One Piece World Seeker. The news comes from the usual suspects, shonengames.com. They grab this scan, which announces their arrival. And not spoiling too much, if you're not following One Piece, these guys are Sanji's brothers. You can tell because of their eyebrows. See the resemblance? Sanji comes from a powerful family, a family that he chose to leave behind. And these brothers are genetically modified humans. Through the power of science, this family has conquered a lot of the world. They've also got some scientific gadgets they play around with, and they are big jerks. They really are awful people, and it's easy to understand why Sanji chose to leave them. Anyway, that's the base knowledge level that you need to have about these characters. For more specifics, please go watch the anime. Now, these guys coming to the game is a huge surprise to me. In a previous scan, we knew that there were more factions coming to Jail Island, but I did not expect Germa 66 at all. There were so many other factions I was expecting before these guys. Maybe Blackbeard would show up. He seems to show up every time we least expect. Maybe Red Hair Shanks, heck, even maybe some fishmen, I don't know. Germa, I did not expect at all, and I think this actually brings a lot to this game. Gameplay-wise, the scans describe their abilities a little bit, but there's not a lot here. All three of Sanji's brothers have high mobility when you're fighting them, so they're supposed to be fast. Yonji moves while in the air. Ichiji has high mobility. Yeah, that's all the scan says. And Niji also has high mobility and delivers electric shocks. But the fact that we see Luffy fighting against these guys in this scan already means that they're gonna be boss fights in the game. I'm not sure you'll fight each one of them individually. In fact, one of the images on the scan shows two of the brothers fighting Luffy at the same time. So it could very well just be one boss fight with different phases, or just the three at the same time with special attacks between two of them. I don't know. But honestly, with everything else going on in this island, gameplay-wise, I'm happy with just a good boss fight. Because in terms of story, Jail Island is really insane. Not only do we already have Luffy's crew, the Marines, Smoker and Tashiji, who, yes, they're also Marines, but like I explained before, they're starting to question a lot of the stuff that the Marines do. So in my head, they are their own faction. We've got Cypher Pole, again, Marines, but the shadier types, the Black Ops division. We've got the Revolutionary Army, and now Germa 66. So many different factions with very different goals in mind. Seeing them all clash is gonna be something special. Even if all the Marine factions are working towards the same goal, we've got Luffy, who's working towards the One Piece and becoming the Pirate King. We've got the Revolutionary Army, who's working towards bringing down the world government. And now Germa 66, who are conquerors of the world, who just want to own everything. So story-wise, this is one heck of a setting. On the other hand, not to hype up the story too much, video games usually aren't canon. That's really important to keep in mind when getting hyped for this game's story. Nothing world-changing can happen in this island because it won't come over to the anime or manga. The game has to insert itself into this One Piece universe and resolve itself without changing too much of its universe. In fact, this game has already spoiled something for me, something minor with this announcement, but still spoiled something. And that spoiler was, none of these Germa 66 bastards die in Whole Cake Island. Even if the game isn't canon, yes, it doesn't count towards the anime and manga, but the game itself tries to make sense. Usually video games try to insert themselves within the universe. They take place during a specific time period, and they don't just bring people back from the dead, usually. So these guys being here means they're still alive. And that's a really big bummer for me because I'd love to see at least one of them, just one of them, buried beneath the dirt like the garbage people they are. I just ask for one, not the whole three, not the whole gang, just one, just give me one, please. Screw those guys. Now, the scan doesn't confirm the entirety of the Germa 66 army in the game. There's no news of their father being in the game or even the sister. The only confirmed characters are Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji. Heck, we don't even know if they're bringing their own army with them. But that would be nice. That would give us something to beat up on the lower thug level. Instead of just beating up Marines, we could beat some Germas now and then, especially ramping up to those brothers boss fights. Anyway, those are my thoughts, but what do you think about these guys joining the game? It was a huge surprise for me, but did you see it coming? Is there someone else you would prefer to have in the game instead of Germa 66? Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Last time around, we talked a lot about the setting of One Piece World Seeker. If you want to learn more about it, check out this video right here. If you're in the mood for something else, there's also the video at the bottom, but as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.